everyone. I hope you're doing really good, that you're healthy and joyful. I am here to do Libra July Tarot 2025. I'll be using Major Arcana, Rider-Waite-Smith, Osho and Tarot, Women Oracle. I'll go through the decans first, second, and third with Prism and I Am Shadow and Light. I'll do the Love department with Les Amours de Marlowe. And final messages with Divine Connection and Angel Connection, sorry, not collection. All right, Libra, let's do it. I hope you had a good June. That summer is doing good for you. Yep. Let's do it. I'm not sure if you understand French or speak French, Libra, but I do have a French channel. It is absolutely not a copy and paste of this channel. It's free, there's no commercial, and it's, you know, complimentary as far as the readings. The link is in the About section. And don't forget, before your birthday season, you'll have your astrology magazine that I am creating. All around, all year around, sorry, in English. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, the link is next to my picture on the channel. It's free to click and you'll see what's up. And especially if you have any Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer placements, you can also purchase, you know, the ebook for you. I formatted everything. I am doing everything on my own. All right. Pisces in the house. Leo in the house. Ooh. Go check, Libra, if you have your rising in Leo or your Mars or your, what's it called? Jupiter. Sorry, Jupiter in Leo. There we go. Okay. So. In July, you are going to educate yourself, to take the time to do things, but especially in a creative mode. So July is perfect for that anyway, because of the retrograde, a bunch of retrogrades with the planet. And because in the recent past, you were on, something was just not, you know, aligned. Something was just not harmonized. And because you are the justice, you balance everything. You need an equilibrium somehow, somewhere, you know. And in the recent past with the strength here, this is exactly what it is. The push and pull, the control, the, you know, but at the same time, after a while, you need to give up on that control. You need to give up on things. And I think that was a great lesson for you to let go. Okay? It was crucial. Now, with the High Priestess, this is exactly what it is. I am taking the time to reconnect with my spirituality, to educate myself, to give myself energy, to create, to do things, to re-energize myself. And I think there's a big understanding here. Bravo. Now, consciously. Consciously, you know also that you're fighting the hamster wheel here. Yep. So consciously, you're all up here, hamster wheel, and you're fighting with yourself, or you're fighting with the fact that you always want to be right. Instead of being like, whoa, okay, take a chill pill, breathe, and everything will be all right. You know, listen to the Bob Marley or something and smoke a doobie. I'm not sure, but you know, okay. Unconsciously. Unconsciously, you know that you might have a bunch of energies that you need to spread out, that you need to share somehow. And if it's the case, it is going to be beneficial for your energy itself. And because you are going to transmit, because you are going to, you know, this is going to be beneficial for everybody. But this is unconsciously. So you're not activating Kripola right now because you're too busy fighting with the appear. And fighting possibly because you're an air sign, you're fixed. Fighting also with like I said, being right all the time instead of like, okay, all right, yeah, it's not such a big deal. You see the difference? Okay. The challenge. Yeah, there's a fragility inside of you. You're not healed very, you know, you're not healed yet. You're still very fragile regarding things, stuff, how you feel, all that stuff, you know, all that jazz. Yeah. All right, 4 of Cups. Why you have that 4 of Cups? So that's your challenge. Being, you know, fragile is your challenge in July. And it's for everything what I just said. Because yeah, if you're insecure, if you have insecurity, if you have a wounded ego, if you have, you know, a bunch of stuff, of course you're not reacting the right way. That's why consciously you have the fighting. And prior, you have the strength, you know. All right, 4 of Cups. Why you have that 4 of Cups? Why are you playing victim? Why you're just like, yes, I love it. Look at this. You have Scorpio, you have Sagittarius, and you have the Eagle. Yes. Okay. I'm going to shake you here, Libra, because you're really playing victim here. Bob here is like, oh my God, it always happens to me, and and then we are giving him an opportunity, and he's still like, oh well, I don't know, you know, total Debbie Downer. But the thing is with the 4 of Cups is that you really have to take all the experiences, all the achievement, and be like, okay, I am strong now. I can totally take this cup and it's fine. I'll take the 3 ones and I'm out of here and I'm doing my thing. But you just got to realize that, because 4 of Cups is not the end of your life. Now, look at the cards that you have. Oh my word. Go check if your Jupiter or your Mars is in Sagittarius, and you might have your rising in Sagittarius. It is very much possible. But you're gonna have to take a leap of faith. Okay? But a healthy one, not an arrogant one. Not like, yeah, I know what to do. Da-da-da-da-da. No. A healthy leap of faith. And look what you have. You also need to take a little distance to see the 360. Go higher and see the 360. Okay? What's up? You got to observe. You got to take a little distance. And then you have the renewal. Then you have, you know, the death card. And you are going to be able to create that nourishing compost that will make you what you need to do. But you got to understand that. And like, look what you have for the outcome. Your planet, Venus, beauty. To see beauty in the world, to see beauty in yourself, to see beauty in others. Something amazing that is going to help you. Okay? That's super duper important. All right, decans, first, second, and third. I know if you're on the cusp, you have 6 messages instead of 3. Whoa. Hello, first, second, and third. Libra, first decan. We're naughty on earth to roll our thumbs. You will only take with you the love you have given. Okay. So, first decan, you're all over the place. You have a bunch of ideas. You want to do things, this. But the thing is, it's also an exchange of energies. Okay? So collaboration, teamwork, all that stuff, it needs to be like, all right. But the thing is also do things to do things, not to have a return or some sort. Okay? All right. Second decan. Life is a big canvas waiting for you to put colors on it. Love invites you to a dance that never stops. And Scorpio again, death card. So, second decan, you gotta structure and understand what you want in your renewal, your desire. But also, you have to love yourself also and be compatible and have empathy and compassion also to feel good in your life and put colors in your life and not take things too seriously. I have the feeling that here some Libras are very rigid and radical. No wonder you have that Knight of Sword in the conscious. So you gotta do some deep breathing, dude. Third decan. Being surrounded by the wrong people is like being in detention for the rest of your life. You are what you effing need. And fears. So fears in the third decan is, I think sometimes you are surrounded by the wrong people because you just need validation. Wrong. And of course, that's a thought that generate an emotion and eventually make you sick once in a while. Anxious, you can't fall asleep, you don't sleep deeply. Because you can sleep 5 hours, but if it's a deep sleep, it's perfect. On the other hand, if you sleep 8 hours, but in the 8 hours, you wake up every 2 hours, no bueno. Sleep deprivation, oh my word, it will give you hell for the rest of the day. All right, love, let's do it. So third decan, to go back to third decan, sorry. It's the fact that you're afraid of being who you are and showing it. I think you're too attached to what other people think of you. Also, wounded ego. All right, the love. Libra. If you're in a relationship, okay. So if you're in a relationship, there's two things here. There's two things. Either you found out about something, one of you, of course, and you need to take a breather because you're not accepting what happened. So that could be something major. But you also don't say too much because you know that karma will do the work. You're protected and karma will do the work. End of the story. You know what I mean? So that's pretty much what it is. But and maybe you asked for the truth also. Let's say, you were kind of like doubting that your partner was cheating on you. And here we go. Yeah, she or he was cheating on you. And you're just like, you know what? Karma will do the work, but I'm out of here. I'm going somewhere for a few. That's possible, guys. Okay? Now, it could be not that type of scenario, but you found out about something, both of you, and you're deciding to leave the country, do something together. So you're still a couple. There's no divorce. There's no cheating or anything. And because, and you're not even like doing a big fuss out of it because you're just like, you know what? Karma exists. It will take care of itself. Yep. So yeah, here we go. All right. Anyways, if you're in a so that was if you're in a relationship. If you're single and happy, Libra. If you're single and happy. Alors, if you're single and happy, well, you are healing yourself. You are trying to figure out if being single and happy makes you happy. And you're trying to figure out what are your needs, what you want, to not, making the same mistakes and all that jazz, to be able to just live your single life in peace, in serenity, and not putting pressure either. Society pressure, like, yeah, you're 35, you should have your house and your kid and your golden retriever. And you're like, nope. You're like, not me. Okay. She's looking for love, Libra. Oh, it's so cute. Venus, baby, Venus. I know exactly what it is. My planet is Venus. Yep. But I'm not Libra. Okay. I have a bunch of Libra, though. I do. If you're looking for love. Oh, okay. Yeah, if you're looking for love, you're taking your time. You're taking your time. You're not slipping around or anything. You're just taking your time and you're working on yourself. Yeah, you're working on yourself. You're working on balancing your energies, on doing a bunch of stuff to feel good. And then, because you know that if you feel good inside, it shows. You radiate. And even if you're looking for love and you're sort of like, what's it called? A hopeless romantic. Well, it's still, you're just like, okay, yeah, I want to take the time. I want to take the time. Okay. All right. Divine connection and angel connection. Yeah. Yep. Yep. The tower came out with a bunch of sign. Scorpio also. I mean, this is totally July. This is July, like July. Already. Yep. Here we go. In your private life, you want peace and serenity. End of the story. And I think even though, it's funny because I just, in the love department, and I didn't do it on purpose, the last section was for people looking for love. And it is exactly what it is here. It means that you want to, so coupled or not, or whatever the situation is, but especially you just want to preserve your private life. You want to be serene. You want to be in peace for that, with that. And thereafter, you know that you'll be ready for anything, but especially for love. And that's why I was telling you, I'm kind of smiling because I finished with a hopeless romantic. And there's a renewal anyway. And it will come. Okay? It will come when it's time, but you're taking your time, you're very smart about it, and it's beautiful, and it's for all your life in general. Libra, have an amazing July. I put a playlist right here, right now on screen for you to explore. I'm here every month, but there's a lot of shorts on my channel. So knock yourself out, and then I'll see you soon. And I wish you an amazing summer. Bye.